This week in the world of news from books, beards, and brews. All right. As always, I'm Bob of Tales by Bob.
I'm the ass of the podcast, Derek.
I am still alive, and I am creative consultant Tanya.
Let's talk
It was
about
a little touch and go there.
Let's talk about this for a minute.
Okay.
This podcast almost didn't happen this week
My heart's been going a pitter patter.
because Tanya's been having a 23 hours and counting heart attack.
Palpitations. Thank you very much.
Heart palpitations.
Yeah, my heart is a flutter.
Derek has been
I made
dying.
it to work. Here's the thing. I made it to work 4 days last week. I only actually worked 2. Because one day I just took off because I was like, I'm not feeling, something's wrong. And then the next day I went to work, was there a half hour and was like, yo, I need to go. Then I left. And then I came in on Friday and they sent me home. Like,
Nice.
I didn't even get in the office.
Yeah.
I came in, was waiting for somebody to come unlock the office door, went and threw up in the bathroom, came back in. Fan of the show, Elizabeth said, go home.
Nice.
You're not getting everybody else sick.
Yeah.
No one is going to be here today anyways. Go home.
Yeah. So,
And y'all would have just been stuck listening to Just Bob.
Oh, my God.
So I fought off death before that.
That much awesome really would probably just ruin them for every other episode to come.
Oh boy.
I fought off the plague. Tanya beat back death, and then we just showed up to save you guys from the puns.
The verdict is still out on if Tanya's beat back death.
Yeah, no, that's
I
accurate.
said beat back, not beat off.
Wow.
Okay, aggressive.
Put my business out in the streets. No.
Did death buy you a power supply? No, so you're not going to be involved.
Inside jokes.
Wow.
That didn't happen.
Tanya with the clutch dry tugger.
I don't know. In this podcast can't even happen.
Hey, no, I don't consent to this. Yikes.
Did you
All right.
use the...
Let me just die now. Hey, can I just get some coffee, get this palpitating, and just be done with it?
Yeah.
Yikes.
All right. So, let's dive into the news.
Splash.
This one is called I Drove All Night. This one, not a lot of depth to this bit of news.
Did someone perhaps drive all night?
So you're not supposed to dive in shallow things. That's how you die.
What the fuck are you...
PSA.
Because I had shallow bit of news.
It's a shallow bit of news. And he said, let's dive right in.
Yeah.
No diving.
All right. On August 6th,
Stay away from water anyways. It's fucking dangerous.
2019, Charles Lawson drove through the night from his home in Pineville, Kentucky,
Nailed it.
to the Pentagon
Ooh.
with a loaded 12-gauge shotgun, a rusted machete,
And an atomic rattlesnake.
2 pocket knives, marijuana, and a bottle of alcohol. The reason for his trip is unclear, but I feel like that's inaccurate because he makes it very clear what his agenda was here in just a moment. Lawson approached Pentagon Police Sergeant Kyle Murdoch in the Pentagon South parking lot, telling him he was there for, wait for it, Liberty business.
I'm in the business of liberty. Let's take it from the top.
I was literally thinking that. But I was like, quick, Eric, how do I make the joke? Because I can't remember the lyrics.
Yeah. I'm in the business of liberty. Yeah. Oh, love it. Love it. Love it. Haley
Liberty
Williams.
business.
Yo, that's my new jam. I'm just going to, all the time, like, when people ask what I'm doing,
Liberty business.
mind your business. This is Liberty business.
Yeah, I
Liberty
need a shirt that just says
Liberty business.
Doing Liberty business.
business.
Call back to a bit of news about the serial book ripper.
Bro. Oh, my gosh.
So we were
y'all.
at Goodwill yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday.
Tanya and I was like, oh, here's a neat book. What book was it?
Life of Pi?
Life of Pi. I was like, oh, Life of Pi. Because I do a Tiny Free Library. I was thinking like, oh, I could get this for the Tiny Free Library. And I go to open it. I'm like, oh, God, Tanya, here, take a look. You should get this. And she's like, why? What? And she starts flipping through.
They had ripped the pages out.
Yeah, and
Only
then-
the top corner.
They had-
Like the top fourth of a page. Multiple pages.
Yeah, so Tanya took a picture, and I think she's going to post it on the page.
Yeah,
So
she
the
fucking sent it to me while I'm dying in bed, and then I saw that, and I got, like, so angry.
Someone wants to get murdered. They're just like,
So the serial,
kill me, bitch. And I'm like, with pleasure.
Let me find you then.
The serial book ripper has made his way to America. So
I feel
think,
like that's my nemesis now.
I think we're gonna have to get some Liberty
like it.
business up on this guy's ass.
Liberty business.
Liberty business.
We just need to get baseball bats that just says Liberty,
Liberty
business.
business.
on this. Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Ugh.
I just couldn't believe it. I
Yeah.
could not believe it. It's like, and it was.
It was clearly
I'll put the picture
intentional.
up. Y'all will see this. I'll cue it up for Facebook. But they ripped the whole ass top fourth of the page out. It wasn't just ripped. They ripped it
Yeah.
out.
Yeah.
We're talking
Did
like
not
30
rip
pages.
it. Rip it off.
I was just about to say, God damn it. God, I'm not as quick. I'm not on my feet.
All
Oh
right.
boy.
All right. So this next bit of headline is called "Folks Are Gonna Whine."
You earned that.
Oh, we now have a tiny Derposaurus statue. It's a very derpy Tyrannosaurus Rex.
He's glorious.
He's-
In
The Derposaurus Rex.
the Derposaurus
Yeah.
Rex. So-
Derek just earned himself a derpy.
Derp.
all right, so this one is folks are going to whine. So according to a new Gallup poll, the number of people who prefer liquor as their first adult beverage choice has caught up to wine, which is bad news for the wine industry, good news for the liquor industry. But I thought this was neat. The United States is the largest wine-consuming nation in the world.
I mean, we have a lot of people.
We do.
Yeah, that's what I was
We
going to
do.
say.
Is it like per capita? Is it just dollars?
Total-
that could mean anything.
Total revenue for wine sales in the United States was over 14
It's
billion.
dollars. Well, that's just like 6
2018.
wine moms. That's all.
Right.
Well, I
Just like
imagine
half a dozen wine
I
moms.
imagine
one soccer mom team.
Yeah, I was about to say a lot. People that are fairly well off, they probably a lot of wine for dinner parties and stuff like that. And we've got so many people that have so much
Derek.
money.
You don't have to be fancy to
No,
have
no,
a wine party.
No,
As
I'm
Tanya,
well aware.
as Tanya can attest.
I'm well aware.
Oops.
All I know is I get a snap at like 1
Right?
o'clock in the morning. Tanya's like, "Oh, I fucked up. We drank 6 bottles of wine.
No, we drank 3 bottles of wine.
3 double bottles
That was
of
where
wine."
the oops came in. It's like, oops, these are twice as big. We were like, oh, we're doing fine. This is just 3 bottles. That's 1 each. We're totally fine.
hey, Bob.
Oh, wait, they're double bottles.
Hey, Bob, does that sound like a oops-a-doodle to you? Because it doesn't
sounds-
sound like one to me.
Oopsie.
Uh-oh.
Uh-oh. So 29% of drinkers name liquor as their preferred drink. That is up from 19% a year ago, although it's similar to 26% who said so in 2017. So there's some fluctuations there in their polling. But the broad trend is one of increased preference for liquor. One piece of good news for the entire adult beverage industry is that 65% of Americans drink alcohol, a figure that has held steady for over 20 years. So, which is a lower number than I would have thought. If you had to be like, Bob, what's the percentage of Americans that drink? I would have said high 70s. I would have guessed high 70s.
I mean, does that take into consideration everyone of age? Or is it children and
adult.
old people?
Adult.
Adults.
Yeah.
Adult.
Adults.
Adults. Does it count church drinking on your Sunday communion? Because that has alcohol. Unless it's just...
That's the blood of Christ. Oh, so Derek. Do you know how we know that Jesus wasn't real?
I'm not laughing at this one.
Because it's called the crucifixion. If he was real, it would have been the crucifact.
It broke me earlier. I laughed. Bob didn't make that one up, though.
Yeah, that's not a me original. But God, I thought that was fucking hilarious.
Oh, that reminds me of a joke that I saw on a meme on the internet with a picture. I don't
Oh,
remember.
when you put it like that.
Oh,
I know.
It's like I was there.
I know exactly what you're talking
Yeah.
about.
Mhm.
Yeah.
No,
Another one, yeah.
it'd be
the
like-
memes, Bob. You've seen the meme.
No,
Yeah.
so it's
that
like,
one
The-
meme.
that
Is
one.
Yeah, just the one. So it's like, I'm just going to paraphrase because it's a picture and fuck it, I'll do what I want.
You could just find it and post it.
Ah, no, too late. Too late. I've already come this far. So.
But we can stop you. Watch. Stop still interrupting you.
Oh, bitch.
No, we got.
So, like, what if, like, Jesus was on the Avengers or is on, like, a kill team of people and it's Jesus? You're like, oh, you're not super helpful. And the Lord's like, I can turn water into wine. Great. And he snaps his finger and kills people and he's like, humans are 60% water.
Oh.
And then you could just, like, bang.
Oh.
So,
Ugh.
Oh,
think
neat.
about, like,
That sounds
bad
like
guy
that-
Jesus, like, bad guy Superman. Just, like,
That doesn't sound like that would be a great way to die.
No. I
You
wonder
get
how
real drunk real quick and die.
my blood alcohol content is wine.
Oh,
Yes.
man.
All right.
Ugh.
So
Red wine.
this
Yeah.
bit of news is called "Take Me, Robot Overlords." So Amazon is continuing to tinker with its brick and mortar ambitions in San Francisco. They're now petitioning for a liquor store license, and they want to do door-to-door alcohol delivery service. And apparently they do this in other states, like deliver wine door to door. So
I would love for that to be like a drone thing where like the drones come and like bombs away, pew, and it's like wine bottles in a safety puffy thing that pew, and fall. That'd just be fun. I would enjoy that.
yeah, no. So I'm just ready. Like Amazon's taking over everything. Just go ahead, deliver me.
Nope.
Deliver me.
Over my dead body.
God, that guy.
I was trying to.
You're just gonna lay down. You gotta do some Liberty business on them roads.
That's
Yeah,
right.
Liberty
Liberty
business.
business.
God, that guy. All right, this headline is called "Iowa Winner." 'Cause
Wiener.
Iowa Wiener. A man from Center Point
It's
has now
wine.
won the longest beard at the Iowa State Fair 11 years in a row. Harold Stevenson,
I kind of feel like if you win that once, no one can really.
Yeah,
catch
how are you
up.
going to catch up? Would you?
right? I mean, that is a legitimate point.
Well, I think you got to be real careful because, like, what if the dude has an unfortunate scissor accident at the end of the year?
That sounds like
Well,
sabotage.
the guy's a farmer, you know.
Oh.
It could get caught in a thresher.
I just imagine he keeps that shit like braided and like looped around his neck,
Yeah,
scarf.
yeah. I was thinking like a bolo tie.
Okay.
So
yeah.
Harold Stevenson, 62, has never not won the contest in the decade that he has competed, and the beard is long. It's 40.5 inches long. To be
How much
exact.
of that is in freedom units, please?
Freedom is. It is exactly
Liberty
it is
business.
exactly 4 liberties long.
Okay.
It is. So I saw a picture of it, and it's very thick around the face, but it gets real wispy at the bottom.
Yeah.
Um,
What if he wins with just one long hair that sticks out at the end?
Really, you could just pull one hair and just see how long that one
Yeah.
hair is, because it all has the same point of origin, a chin. You know,
Well, I mean,
it's not like a hair started sprouting from thin air halfway down his beard. You know,
yeah, but there's different places in your chin that
Like,
would
how
make a
much of
difference.
your hair has to be to a certain length
Yeah.
for it to count as
Do you have to have
whole
3
beard?
strands of a same
hair?
length?
I don't know.
Yeah.
I
Or
don't
does it
know.
one long
Or
hair
could
that you
someone
just
just like
protect?
yeah, exactly. Or could someone just protect one single hair that's just super long on their chin?
I don't know.
I think that would be
Loopholes.
dangerous though, because what if it gets caught on something? It would just yank out a lot easier than if you had that protective.
Ow. Ow.
Yeah.
Yeah. So, longest beard
And then
was.
you gotta go get scissors.
Yeah.
And,
That's there's a lot of inside jokes flying hard and heavy on the podcast today. Not our proudest moments as a collective. The other categories besides
I'm pretty proud of it. I mean,
It was so funny.
we are not telling that story on the air.
That's patron content.
All right. If y'all want to hear that story, I will record it for Patreon content. It will be on the Patreon.
Oh boy.
You can check out the story, Bob's unfortunate hair excursion.
Scissor
The scissor debacle.
of 2004 or
Yeah.
5 or some shit.
Tragic. All right. So the other categories besides longest beard were best groomed, most unique, most historic, and best beard with costume. The most
wait.
unique,
Historic?
yeah, like historical style.
See, that's what I was about to ask. Was
Okay.
like,
So most unique went to Don Larkin of Newton. Larkin's display of facial hair included his beard pouring out of a beer bottle he had strapped to his face into a stein of beer he held on stage, which is pretty clever, I think.
So, did he open up the bottom of a glass and stuff his hair through?
Yeah.
So his hair
Yes.
was pouring through
Yes.
into a cup. That's great.
Yeah, no, that's clever.
That's-
I was waiting.
pretty great.
I was waiting to see where you were going with it. It was like the answer is awesome. You better
great.
not be like
That's
weird.
fabulous.
All right, so here's a bit of Derek news. I wouldn't probably have picked this up if Derek wasn't on the podcast. But the headline is badass.
Oh, you saved your badass,
I
Derek.
appreciate that. Yeah.
That's what I heard.
WWE superstar Titus O'Neil wrote a book.
Really?
O'Neil, whose real name is Thaddeus Bullard, which why you wouldn't use
Why would
that
you?
as
Right?
your name.
Well, I mean, I know why. But come on, that's a way
Oh,
better name.
Right. Along with co-writer Paul Guzzo, wrote a book called There's No Such Thing as a Bad Kid. The new book...
Ooh, beg to differ. No, it's not the kids that suck, it's their parents.
The new book, which is in stores now, tells the story of O'Neill's life growing up in poverty in Florida. O'Neill was kind of labeled as a bad kid by those who didn't know him, but there are underlying issues that prompted his actions. And he hopes that this book will kind of help, as he says, push the needle with people on how to speak with kids and dealing with their behavior.
Oh, I like it.
That's
Yeah.
cool. I'll probably have to read that.
Yeah.
I like that.
Mostly just because does it say if it's like an autobiography kind of thing?
It's
about,
yeah.
I know it's about
kind
him.
of it's
but I
kind of
just-
autobiographical.
Yeah, because I think I might want to read it. Because I mean, I'm all for reading about.
Wrestlers.
Yeah, admittedly, he's not like a super fame. Like he's just like one of the dudes
Yeah.
that's been there for a long time. They keep him around because he's super good for stuff like this. Like he's really good at going out and meeting people and like seeing children,
Shaking babies and kissing hands.
Right, he's a really good role model and stuff like that. So I'm
Yeah.
curious.
He brings that Liberty business to the group. All right. This headline is Raffians.
Ruffians?
Raffians. So the
Are you fucking making fun of me? In my regulars?
no, but now I am. No, the RAF, the Royal Air Force, is now allowing beards. The RAF has insisted members will still have to maintain high standards of appearance. No scraggly or patchy beards are
Ooh.
allowed.
They need to get that regain.
Yeah, the regain.
Yeah, regain.
Regain.
Regain, Rogaine. We
Which
took all
you
our
notice,
O's.
I don't think anything I just said there had an O in it. You know, it's the RAF, not ROF.
Rough. Keep going.
But they said there are no plans to revise the rules for facial hair in the Army. They're just going to keep the Army limited to mustaches. So, yeah, neat. So this one is more Tanya-specific news.
Oh, boy.
It's called High Bar. One of the most high-profile killers in the Houston area is back
I was
in
wondering
the
where this was
headlines
going.
after
Nice.
writing and somehow publishing a book from behind bars.
Love it.
So no one knows how he did this.
Magic. Serial killer
So
magic.
Thomas Bart Whitaker was convicted of hiring someone to kill his mother and brother in a plot to get inheritance money.
Relatable.
So he doesn't have access to the internet or a computer. So this guy who's the director of victim services and advocacy at Crime Stoppers, his name is Andy Cahan, was real weirded out when he was looking on Amazon and found a book written by this guy. He's like, how? So the book is titled
If I did it.
No. Oh God.
I've done
no.
it, bitch. That's what
no.
it's called.
This is
How
the
to kill
title
your,
of
How
titles.
to put out a hit on your mom and brother for dummies.
Who fears hell runs toward it. On the Christian metaphysical foundations of the American penitentiary and the missing image of resistance in Foucault's Discipline and Punish.
He lost me.
I think he lost everyone. Apparently the book's not super good. Shocker. But
Well, I mean, he references Foucault, so I'm out.
well, I mean, sometimes you just Foucault it.
Yeah, Foucault that.
Yeah. But no, so they're like, this guy had been sentenced to death row, got like a last minute reprieve in Texas, which is weird. They normally are just like, oh man, you're already
Fuck it, cut him off.
yeah, you're in the room, fucking push that vial. But no, he was like
It's a 2-for-1, honestly.
he was an hour out from getting executed, and he got a reprieve from the governor. Which they think the reason why is because the guy who actually did the murders didn't get the death penalty.
So they were like, that's kind of shitty.
Yeah. So
I'm in the right line of
and the
business.
guy's dad the guy's dad whose wife and kid had been killed asked for clemency. Like, look, my son, yes, he killed the rest of my family, but because he killed the rest of my family, he's the only family I have left. So
Oh. Yeah.
so yeah.
Yikes.
So, yeah, Tanya, there was you some news. All right, so this is
Just
my
goes to
last
show, don't
bit
get
of
caught.
news. This headline is flat out stupid.
Yes, it is. What's the headline?
Facebook. Oh.
I zoned out. Do you say something?
He said, this headline is flat out stupid. I was like, okay, so what is it? Yeah. But that was actually the headline.
The headline
and not
was
just,
flat out stupid.
Oh.
As they
So
all
Facebook has been canceling ads for a photo book about NASA on complaints from flat earthers and moon landing deniers, according to the photographer behind the project. Benedict Redgrove has spent 9 years working on the book, which will include over 200 images of historic NASA artifacts like spacesuits and rocket engine, shit like that. So he's doing a Kickstarter for the book. The problem is he's been trying to advertise it on Facebook, and people keep flagging it as misleading. His ads is misleading. And he's figured out that flat earthers and moon landing fake believers have found out about his book, and they've been commenting like, oh, this is bullshit. Like, he sees all these comments, and then right after these comments, his shit just started getting flagged and taken down. And he was like, what the actual fuck? And so, like, Facebook reinstated the ads, but he was really freaked out. He was like, dude, like, you know, it's kind of like time sensitive. It's a Kickstarter. It doesn't run forever. And it's all or nothing. And all like one of his pages for it got taken down and they reinstated it, but it was like
They're still losing that time.
yeah. So luckily his Kickstarter did make it, but it was just fucking flat earthers, man. Fucking
the
flat
hell?
earthers.
They need to take a long walk off the short edges of this planet.
Well, they can't.
They can't
there's
because the ice wall.
yeah, the ice wall.
Oh, that's my bad. Well, they need to go to the giant cat so they can get knocked off the edge.
Fair.
That's fair. That's fair.
accurate, yeah.
So I got a new product from Rianko.
Oh boy.
Does it in any way, shape, or form relate to toxic rattlesnakes?
No. I think they're still fine tuning that product.
Nuclear.
Radioactive rattlesnakes.
I'm hoping that they come up with a Liberty Business product.
Liberty business.
But so right now it's
Business of Liberty.
new from Rianko, the Shock Drone 3000.
Oh my.
It's a new evolution in the laser-guided, GPS-enabled first-person view taser attack drone market.
It's a lot of
Right,
words.
right.
So you can antagonize your victims with up to 30,000 volts within a 10-mile operating radius.
I love this.
Depending on the model, you know, like the cheaper models, you get like maybe a 5-mile radius, but you shell out the bucks, you get that 10-mile radius.
you get what you pay for.
Yeah,
I
but you
would
can do it
pay-
from your
I
living
would
room.
pay that. You're within 10 miles of my house.
Okay, wow, you are. Good thing you brought that up. Someone's getting attacked, droned.
Oops. Uh-oh.
So it's got a little view screen on the controller, so you can pilot. You know,
Yeah.
got some
Come
targeting
on,
features.
I've seen you play Mario. You're not shocking.
Well, no,
her.
that's the thing. I've seen her run. What's better?
I Naruto run.
Yeah, she Naruto runs, so
my
she's clearly
Marioing
superior.
Or her
Naruto
physical abilities.
Hey, actually, no, wait.
She's got heart palpitations.
No.
She'll die.
Taser me and fix my heart. It'll just make it stop doing stupid beats and either beat correctly or
Did you-
not beat at all.
Did you basically just ask him to kickstart your heart?
Yes.
Oh no! Don't funk with my heart.
This is great. This is great. I should just die.
Oh my god.
That was such a good video. Kickstart my heart. Anyone? No, the dubstep.
Oh right.
Love
That was good.
I love
Yeah. So see your authorized reseller today. Rianko, your dystopian future today. So get you one.
Is it fully variable? I don't know what the word you use
how many
for
settings
charge.
of the oof
There's only one setting. Crisp.
Aw,
crispy?
Yeah, you get 30,000 volts or nothing.
that's
Could
unfortunate.
I
It'd be way more fun if it
use
was
it?
like real and just like annoying instead of like.
yeah.
No, they have
actually
different
useful.
products for that.
Okay.
Oh, okay.
Well, I think it would be really good to like lay out my old French fries on a metal pan and then hit it with this taser to get them crispy again. What if that would work?
Well, clearly, according to my roommate, the only way you can warm things up and them taste good is you can't use a microwave. Did you know that? You can't use a microwave to warm up food and have it taste good. That is not possible. You have to use an oven, preferably a gas oven, is what I have learned from my very weirdly, bizarrely picky roommate on how he warms up his food.
I would make the argument that there's really no good heated up food. Like, it's all okay.
What
but
is name a food that's better cold? Like
ice cream.
well, no, like pizza. I would make an argument like pizza the next morning out of the fridge. A lot of times
Not better.
It's better.
It's good,
A lot of
not
times
better.
It's better than
It depends
on the
what,
pizza.
yeah, where the pizza's from.
Like, my mom she used to make this camp stew that was never good the first day because it needed time for all the flavors to mingle. And then you just put a bowl in the microwave.
Yeah. So
And
last
nuked
night
it.
I had a couple slices of pizza. There was a pizza at the bar. I don't know whose pizza it was.
but it was Bob's.
It became Bob's.
Bob got drunk enough that we.
Did you eat it with the sauce?
No, there was no sauce on it. But Chelsea ran up to me like, "Oh, Bob, try sauce."
What the fuck?
Is that-
Sauce. Get the fuck out of here.
You put like 8 syllables in
Stop
that word.
looking at me.
Say it again.
Sauce.
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 You put multiple syllables.
You're-
in.
Sausage. Stop. Looking at me.
Bitch, you
It's
are
just-
not from.
Regular ass sausages.
No,
Wow.
she said sausage normal that time. She didn't say sausage.
Sausages.
It's not like she's from up north. Like, what is this shit?
Speaking of which, there was a hot dog cart outside of the bar that had a
Hot
Polish
dogs.
sausage and a Kaneka sausage, the big thick Kaneka sausages. It was $14 for the two of them. Best $14 I have spent in my life.
You
no
must have been
questions asked.
super drunk already at that point.
No, I wasn't drunk at this point, but I had been drinking for a while. It had been one of those like I started drinking
Marathon days.
Yeah, I started drinking it. So we had a get together for Superfan Bud at my brother's house, and I was the first one to show up. And I noticed that they didn't seem to notice that I had arrived, so I just went around to the back and went ahead and got in their pool and just took a picture and sent it to Anthony. He's like, "Hey, I'm in your pool." He's like, "Motherfucker." But no, so this pizza, it had clams on it. It was a white sauce pizza with apparently clams, but it was weirdly sweet. It's like a sweet pizza with some like clams, but I didn't like taste like clam. It wasn't like, "Ooh, that's a clam." No,
was
that's
just
a
kinda-
clam. It was really good. It's from Sazas. Sazas sponsor us. Just send us pizza. That's all we need sponsoring.
You ain't never lied.
But yeah, no.
I would like a pizza, even though I literally just ate Chick-fil-A and I'm too
You know
full.
what? You know what
with
she
the-
didn't get?
The one thing I went to
Macaroni and
Chick-fil-A to
cheese?
get.
Yeah.
The mac and cheese.
Didn't they just start doing that?
Yeah,
Yeah,
it's real
it's
good
so
too.
good.
It's real good.
Okay.
Get
It tastes like homemade. Like
Which
it
is-
tastes like school mac and cheese with the really.
it's better than School Mac.
I liked school mac with
No,
the
no, I'm
just saying
crispy
it's better.
cheese layer on top.
We sometimes had not great school
Yeah.
mac and cheese. Like, I know what you're talking about because sometimes we did have that kind too.
Yeah, this has like a crispy crust
right,
on the top.
right. That's like
Yeah.
my grandma would make.
Yeah,
So good.
I'm sure it. You know what it honestly tastes like if Domino's, their pastas sometimes, or no, like Pizza Hut, like their pasta
Yeah.
dishes, like a mac and cheese pizza.
Here's
pasta
some
dish.
fresh out the oven news for you related to Pizza Hut. They're getting rid of 500 of their eat-ins. There's not going to be an eat-in at Pizza Hut.
I used to love those things.
That's not going to be a thing anymore.
Huh?
You would fuck up the buffet.
I mean, it was all right. Yeah.
God,
I'm not
I'd
like
fuck up a buffet.
I'm not like crying over it. Like there's still CC's.
Well, see, that's what happens when you start delivering to my fucking house.
They've gone up in price. They
Oh
really
my
used to be
God.
$3.99, and I just can't believe.
You cannot mention CC's around this bitch without her being like, well, the price has gone up. They used to be $3.99. Every time you say CC's, she is going to.
You
say
know that I just do it on purpose at this point. That's
at-
my
at
chili,
this-
honestly.
At this point, she does, but there was 8 times before that where she did it unintentionally.
Hey, look, she's old. She can't remember what she said before.
Yes.
No, she is old. She over the past like 12 hours, she has told me like, oh hey, I feel like I have a hole in my nostril of exposed nerves,
Yes.
and my finger quit working.
Yeah.
And the muscles in my legs are like not working properly.
Rianko, help!
Like her heart palpitations. Like she's dying.
I'm past my extended warranty. They call all the time. It's like, hey, your vehicle's getting past your extended warranty. I've just never answered the calls, and here
Yeah.
it is. I'm suffering those consequences of not paying attention to the robocallers.
Wow.
Here, maybe you
Jeez.
could use
I
this.
need. Oh, I've earned the Derposaurus.
Yeah, she got
Great.
the Derposaurus
Yeah.
back.
He's so cute. Y'all
He's
gonna
pretty
get a
great.
picture of this guy too.
All right. Well, in the coming week, as the tiny porcelain derpy Tyrannosaurus of your life frolics around, I hope that you find him as intensely amusing as we do, and may the blessing of the beard be. Oh, oh my!
That just happened.
May the
That's a first.
may the blessing of
this
the
bitch.
may the blessing of the beard be upon you.
Thanks for listening to this episode of Books, Beards, Booze. Our co-hosts are Bob, Derek, and Tanya. Our producer is Bob. For more information, visit our website, booksbeardsbooze.com. Follow our social media at Tales by Bob. If you enjoyed this podcast, please rate, subscribe, and share. Okay, bye.